Are you or a loved one disabled? Do you feel alone, lost, and confused as to how to win your Social Security case? If you're watching this video, it's probably because you have so many questions and you're desperately looking for the answers. Hi, my name is Avi Leibovic, and I'm the owner at Benefits for All and the lead attorney at Avi Leibovic Associates. Over the course of my 20-year career, I've overseen the processing and screening of over 500,000 disability cases, working with the largest hospitals, neighborhood clinics, primary care physicians, and even individuals who had no access to care at all. My strategies for how to win the case have made me one of the top experts in Social Security law in the entire nation. My life and my career were going great. And then one day it all came crashing down. It started first with some abdominal pains. And before I knew it, I'd been admitted to the hospital several times and I required multiple surgeries. I found myself unable to work and disabled and in desperate need of my own benefits. I understand exactly how you feel. I was in your shoes. And I'm going to take you through the process and help you and give you everything that I know so that you can win your case. I'm recovered and I'm back at work. And I have a newfound passion for helping disabled people because I myself have been there too. Call our office today for a free screening and to see how we can help you with your Social Security case. At the same time, enjoy these videos and webinars that we've prepared to you to help you understand how to win your Social Security case. Hi everyone, this is Avi Leibovic and you're watching another amazing webinar brought to you by Benefits for All, where we teach you how to win your Social Security disability case without having to pay the cost of an expensive attorney. I'm here in Alligator Alley in Summerdale, Alabama. I'm telling you, is this not unbelievable? The kids, the family, everyone has got to come down here and check it out. All right, so why? We're here in Alabama, we're checking it out. We got big alligators, we got small alligators, but we need to get to talk something about Social Security. So why did I pick this location to come down here? So I'll tell you, when I was a little boy, I remember the story, and I think that some of you might remember it or have heard it, where it said that someone had gone ahead and had purchased an alligator, a baby alligator, and driven it back to New York, and then they got tired of it, so they went ahead and they flushed it down the toilet. And then it kind of got in the sewers, and it grew a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger, and before they knew it, the New York Sanitation Department had a major problem on their hand that they had alligators, or crocodiles, but I think it was alligators, running through their sewers. So you see, my friends, you can go ahead and you can take a small little alligator, which potentially could be very dangerous, or it could be controlled, so to speak, and you can go ahead and you can take a small little alligator, and before you know it, it becomes a big alligator. A small problem becomes a big problem. So what does that have to do with Social Security disability benefits, and what does that have to do with this webinar? I think what some of you need to realize over my years when working with people, I've gone ahead and I've noticed that sometimes people have a small problem dealing with their application, dealing with their reconsideration, or dealing with their hearing before the administrative law judge. It's a small problem, and sometimes you just need a little fine-tuning, like a little alligator. You just need to control it a little bit, tape it up a little bit, send a letter in, and you can get it fixed up. And then other times, if you don't pay attention to that little problem, if you think that this little problem is just going to go away, and you flush it down the toilet like they did in New York, and that little problem, that little alligator grows to a big problem, a big alligator, you'll find that this little problem that you have with Social Security, if you just ignore it, it will become a very, very big problem. Let's give, for instance, one example, an overpayment. If you're receiving checks from Social Security every month from SSI, and you're earning some money, and you get a letter right in the beginning, and it says that we think there's an overpayment, you owe us some money, right? That's a little problem, and you could fix that up if you go ahead and you respond to the letter, and you make a meeting with them, and you give them the bank statements and stuff like that. That's a little problem, a little alligator that can be fixed. But you know what happens, like in New York, if you ignore that overpayment? You know what happens? You're going to start getting an overpayment every month and every month and every month and every month. And just like a tax penalty, you're going to have a big penalty from Social Security because a little bit of money that you owed from 1 month that you were overpaid is going to go a year, 2 years, and before you know it, you're going to owe. I've met someone once, they owed $25,000, $35,000. It could be more. A little problem becomes a big problem. Let me hand this back to the nice lady here so that this guy, Gatorade is his name, he can go back and do what he wants to do. But what you really need to understand, what you really need to understand, thank you so much. What you really need to understand is that there's opportunities for all of you to go ahead and to solve your problems. I apologize, I'm not in the shot. To solve your problems. These webinars are here to help you solve your problems. These webinars are here to prevent a small problem from becoming a big problem, from a small alligator to becoming a big alligator. We don't want big alligators running around our house. We don't want big alligators running around the Social Security file that we have. Sometimes I used to have some staff, new staff, they didn't work with, they're not working obviously anymore, and they didn't last too long, but they would go ahead and they would get a letter from Social Security, and they wouldn't know if that letter from Social Security was relating to a supplemental security income case or if it was relating to a Social Security disability insurance case. They just didn't know. Was it SSI? Was it SSDI? Was it Title II? Was it Title 16? So rather than ask a question, whether to figure out what it was, they would just like kind of stick it in the file, or they would stick it in their box with other mail, and they would just forget about it and they wouldn't respond. And the reality is you need to understand that you can't just forget about letters. If Social Security is sending you something and they have a reason that they're sending you something. If Social Security is reaching out to you, there's a reason that they're reaching out to you. You need to respond to those letters. You need to watch the clock. You need to watch the calendar. You need to make sure that you need to make sure that you are keyed into everything going on. So that way your little problem doesn't become a big problem. Again, I encourage you to watch these webinars. I encourage you to see how some of these webinars will solve your problems. And my name is Avi Leibovic. We're at Alligator Alley. Come check it out. We're going to maybe shoot another one as we go walk around. In the meantime, these little guys, we say goodbye to them. We wish them the best of luck. Don't let your little problem turn into a big problem, okay? Solve it right away with Social Security. These webinars will help you. If you trust me, we will win your Social Security disability case without having to pay the cost of expensive attorney. Thank you very, very much.